Well, I guess I'm going to start kind of this little video blog about playing orchestral excerpts. Now, if you really want real advice on how to learn to play these things, there are some far higher placed oboists who have done some video blogging like this. But, I'll just throw my opinions and experiences into the fray too, right? Um, Anyway, today I'm looking at the famous Stravinsky Pulcinella Suite, which the Pensacola Symphony is playing in just 4 days. Been working on this for a little bit, and of course we have the famous Serenata movement. And one of the things that I learned coming out of the first rehearsal, which I nearly died in, and the reason why is because I've been hearing this a lot slower than it really ought to be played. It's pretty interesting that, once you decide to take Stravinsky's tempo markings, this piece all of a sudden becomes a whole lot more playable. I played this piece once before, same orchestra, and I don't know. I don't know if I played it at the same tempo. I don't think so. But my impulse was to play this way slower than is indicated, to kind of enjoy the Siciliano dance-like feel. And it really doesn't work. It doesn't work for breathing. It doesn't work for the rest of the orchestra either. So coming in line with Stravinsky's tempo markings is a great idea. And I realize there are plenty of you that are kind of going, well, duh, of course. But really, the temptation to play slow on this, slower than is indicated, for me personally, is very great. And so maybe others have a similar situation. One piece of advice that I did get from the great Dan Stolper was, do not let the short notes sound parenthetical, meaning don't let them drop out of the texture. So that was probably one of the other reasons why I wanted to play that slow, to give a melodic feel to the 16th notes. But again, that makes the solo not work so well. And as my music director once joked, everyone's going to age 10 years before I'm done with this. So let's try and do this closer to the tempo marking. Now, the larghetto, 54 to 56 to the dotted quarter. So that actually moves at a pretty good clip. In that neck of the woods. So trying to keep the tempo consistent and more or less up. And I need to just keep telling myself to push ahead while still making it sound as lyrical and melodic as possible. It's a tricky thing to do, but let's give it a try. 2, 3. Then the first violin comes in, concertmaster, and we wait for just a little bit. Now this next little thing, you have the melody for 2 full big beats, and then accompany. And so on. So that's one thing. You have the melody, actually, for 3 full big beats, and then you accompany the concertmaster. So bring your dynamic level down there. Don't make that soloistic. And then lastly, you have the reprise, whatever, of the melody without so many grace notes. And so it's the same as before. 1, 2. I put a little caress on the grace note to give it a little bit more sense of drama, and try to. I didn't do it so well, but diminuendo a little bit more on the last three notes right at rehearsal 14. And then finally, we have this cool little duet, well, solo line that becomes a duet with the second oboe, and I think this is actually one of my favorite parts in the movement. And then the first flute makes the duet with the second oboe as you come down. It's a really neat moment. Anyway, there's the Serenata da Pulcinella.